It's 42 degrees down in Donnybrook, some 180 kilometers south of Perth. And we have a massive bushfire. Oh my dear godliness. It is burning like fire in Cairo. Hot and damn hot. That's right, that's Australia. And the big old fire. We've been detoured about 4 times just to get our stop in here. Heading further south from Perth. But what's happening in crypto world? Show me your chats. Tell me where you are. I'm going to put my hat on before I get burnt to a cinder. Quick update on XRP. So we've done a recorded update with some charts, but I just thought I'd add to this. So there's a lot of rip on XRP, and you're getting a lot of analysts saying $10 next target as XRP takes $3, etc. All of that. By the way, hit the likes as you join. Love and share. Got to keep my head from getting burnt to a cinder here. 42 degrees today. Wow. Fire is burning. So XRP is red hot as well. And here's the key message for you. If you on leverage and you leverage trading an HVF method. Good morning from the UK. Yes, glad to have you. It's around about 8 a.m. I think UK time, or quarter past. So we're at 4:15 already over here in the afternoon. So if you are in any form of leverage trade against the mighty XRP, you're going to hear all the guys coming out. These are the momentum chase news guys. $10 XRP next stop, as if it's going to happen in a couple of weeks. I'd love it to happen in a couple of weeks, don't get me wrong, but you shouldn't be overly counting on that. Things don't go up in straight lines, and we have a key target of $3.35. And whilst the fire burns and XRP is ripping and the Aussie dollar is shriveling, yes, my Australian friends, give us a shout out if you happen to be in Australia. I'm on the other side of the island to most of you. Some of you might be in Western Australia. But what you've got to be careful of is that there still will be pullbacks along the way. The HVF setup is in, and you should be closing at $3.35 in our best aspect. By the way, XRP did its setup also against BTC, and both needed about a 10% move, a little bit more on the dollar to go higher, a little bit less against BTC, which means Bitcoin will be okay and drifting. You saw that Bitcoin ran the 100 again and then had a technical pullback at the 100. It's very typical. So the bear risk has dissipated entirely on BTC substantially as per our last update. For not yet triggering the head and shoulders, but marginally lower lows repeatedly 3 times. Then the 4th time a lady never came. So overall, we're getting a good setup for the days leading up to the inauguration. In actual fact, we could have the run now and the sell-off on the inauguration when Trump doesn't say too much. Everybody's starting to expect maybe too much to be said at an inauguration speech, and what may be said might not be enough to justify the bullish bets that are going in. This is another reason why you take money off at $3.35, our HVF target for the 4-hourly setup that we've shown technically on charts, warned you that was coming, and said don't miss this one out. We've also had to counterbalance that against the risk on BTC, the risk on the debt markets, but it became quite clear that this period now is going to window out. The minute BTC was not breaking down, you need to be in. So the leverage trade should be closed. Investment should be held. But if you have done anything a bit spicy, pullbacks can occur, and you're going to get the most bullish articles when there's big momentum. And when the chart is actually running really strongly upside, that's when most people want to FOMO in. That's actually when you should be thinking about where's the exit. After a good run, where's the exit? You need to have that contrarian thinking. Everyone else is getting drugged up on the dopamine. Awesome, upside, woo, go. And it's getting the more blow off and the more it's taking key levels, the more you need to actually think about, hang on, this is too much too soon. There's going to be a re-rating here. If you come to Geelong, let us know. Hey, sounds a great place. 80k incoming, 38 degrees in Perth. Yeah, it's sweating as I can imagine. It's a super scorcher here in Western Australia, by the way, guys. Absolute super scorcher. So we decided to do the driving today and been sitting in the aircon car. It's been a peach of a ride. We've loved it, but we've been detoured away because we literally have to drive past this fire. And they've actually closed the roads. There were a lot of light aircraft and helicopters, but that's what's going on in Western Australia. Super hot day. It was very mild and almost Cape Town-esque. It was about 26, 27, moderate day, but it's a scorcher today. And of course, we're inland now. We've moved away from the sea, so it's doubly hot here. We went into the 40s. Now 37 degrees. It's past 4 o'clock. So as you can imagine, it's pretty stinker. So hello from Sulawesi, Indonesia. Hey, great to have the Indonesians in the house. Love Oz looks very orderly. So Perth is very orderly, clean. It's predominantly white European. It's a high trust society. People leave their doors open. It's tidy. It's a clean and neat place. I'm not mad for the national government of Australia and how they behaved during the events that need not be mentioned. But in terms of at a localized level, very orderly, very decent, good friendly people, good service, having a great time. And they're broadly positive at the ground level. Let's just be clear, at the ground level. That doesn't include necessarily what goes on up top. Lots of organization, lots of little local hotspots for Wi-Fi's. People can just log in. Great public transport, you know, those sort of things that I don't use. But nonetheless, is there for others that do. Yeah, so looking all great. Geelong, yes, I hear that. Geelong, I'll have to look at it on the map. Should we be waiting for those to buy in again for XRP? So listen, cold pot, blue pot. This is what we teach and we discuss a lot inside our community. You should have blue, orange and red. You shouldn't often have red. Red is a rarity. Orange is occasional. Blue is always. Blue is investment. There's no leverage. You're in. You should stay in on XRP regardless of 335 and a pullback. If it does melt up and run 10, you're going to be smiling. You're in. So you should have a portion that is permanently in. Orange pot is where you have a certain amount and you do moderate leverage, like 50%. So if you have 100 grand, you take an extra 50k and you say this is a good period. So I have orange pot on during this period. Why? Because we have an upside HVF. I also have hot pot on because I know how to manage these things, and that's when I swing a little bit for the bleachers. So I use a separate account for that entirely, BitMEX, and I trade the futures on it. So we are extra long on that with very low collateral. So that's where you can have 100 grand in there and you can be trading a 400 grand position. Big multiples, big money made. You want to withdraw from hot pot into lukewarm pot, which is orange, and also as you make profits, withdraw from lukewarm pot into investment pot. Investment pot is literally a cold wallet. A cold wallet on a Nano S ledger thing that stays in there. You really need to be getting that thing out. You should be bull market and bull in this crypto because of the weekly setup on the macro time frame. You need to frame all you do by time frame. So hot pot should be short on, fast ripper. You're either wrong and you're out quickly and you take your loss, or you're right and you make big alpha, and then it comes down into your orange pot. That's how you play it, and that's the current moment for XRP. Definitely you shut your hot pot at 335 and you shut your leverage on your orange pot, which reverts back to just an investment on an exchange. So it's kind of blue, and super blue is, you know, your off super safety. If the exchange fails, you have an FTX situation, you've got everything on your ledger, your Nano S, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so let's hear some of your comments while we're checking in from our chat. See if I can read. Someone's talking about Murdoch. Hi from new sniper community member, glad to have you, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed it. Gold Coast, Australia. Yes, Bond University. I have an MBA from the Gold Coast, never been there, did it by a distance. Queensland. Hey from Oxfordshire, England. Yeah, the Ox from England, good to have you. Yeah, so that's where we're at. XRP is a burner. By the way, on the currency, we're having an Aussie theme at the moment. Australian dollar is a bit like the Korean won, not as good a pattern, but due to continue going down against the dollar, there's actually a weak spot for the dollar, not super weak, but against most other currencies, the dollar is strong. And the Aussie is going to continue to weaken. So if you're an Australian, you need to be thinking about having some crypto. You need to be thinking about having gold. Gold in an upside HVF. You must have the non-digital for yourself wealth that doesn't get tracked, that can go black, dark wealth, because they're eventually going to want to tokenize so that they know everything you own. Remember, they want to know everything you own and then they want to take it from you. That's the nature of this game, guys. Don't have any illusions. Government doesn't work for you. They want a totally subservient population that is 100% reliant on government, receives UBI. They want a slave farm of cattle that just happen to be human, but subhuman to them. That's where they want to take you. So you got to avoid that. You got to build wealth off grid and unfortunately in the digital grid. That's where you're going. XLM. XLM generally does overperform, but it wasn't in as good a pattern, but I'd imagine it's up. The other one is XDC, that's moved very strongly. I haven't checked its number right now, so I don't have a percentage or a value. But it's also moved, and it's a status token, and a lot of you have asked for it in the comments, and I treat it as one of those gilt-edged golden status tokens that is meant to do well, which includes HBAR, XDC, potentially ADA in time, although it's still not doing the big moves, and then Algo, Quant, and some of those. But those are laggards. You're in the right place with XRP, even though it's already a big cap, because you get good liquidity, and you're still going to get some of the highest upside. Lots of firemen, lots of everything going on. So yeah, a quick check-in for you at a super hot Western Australia. Don't forget the big target on your blue pot as the fire burns is through the $20 mark. That's not to say it can't go well beyond that in time, but you want to take something off at that point, and you'll be glad you did. That's the end goal. But do not assume that we're going straight there from here. So leverage trades should be closed as per the HVF method. That's why you will learn to value process, because when everyone else is thinking pumpermentals, let's go, that's when you should actually be looking for an exit. It's always the same. I need to take away from you, some of you will be in this trade, I need to take away the dopamine, the drug effects, the super hype, and the check my P&L spinning and whizzing, and I have to pour a cold bucket of water over your head. And when everything is crashed and down and there's the first small little upside in a new trend, I need to say, wake up, be bold. And I need to tell you to get cold and out when everyone else is getting hot. It's absolutely dangerous, because you're going to get all the news articles saying $10, $15, next target. I'm seeing them popping up on XRP. All the bullish stuff is so much easier to sell when you're just having a run, and they'll throw it all out there, and then you get washed out. So there's always legs, there's always up legs, and there will be down legs. Okay guys, thank you for your comments and check-in. Brisbane, XDC is at 13, this man said, David Nelson. Thank you for the update today. I'm going to linger longer for a wedding in the lovely countryside. I think this is the last major town, that's why we stopped here. What are your thoughts on KuCoin? I'll update you on that. I need to look at the chart. Haven't looked at it in a bit. I will update and refer back. No motorcycle riding, just family biz. XRP next monetary base. I do think that's what's coming. And by the way, when people say that, I saw a YouTube, oh, these guys buying XRP and they don't understand this World Economic Forum. Everything that is going to succeed is World Economic Forum. All of it. One admitted it from the beginning. Hey, we're courting the central banks. We want to be the rails of the new system. By the way, I didn't heavily invest in Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla, and Nvidia. You know what? I regret it. I didn't stand on a moral principle and say, these guys are the technological future digital prison. I refuse to make any money. They went up without me. They went up without me. They didn't care that I wasn't in, and that I made a moral stand against buying into the guys building the bloody databases, the server farms, and everything else for running the digital system. The digital system is running and being set up through the stock market, through the crypto market, through everything you activate. You can become a rich slave, or you can watch it all happen and said, I knew it would happen, and be a poor slave. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Hold your nose and take the trade. Build your wealth outside by buying gold. And make it dark, and don't ever tokenize it. That's the game, guys. That's the game. Be independently wealthy, off grid. That's what's going to save you. I'll buy your black gold from you all day long. I'll keep stacking long after it. By the way, 4% GDP holdings on gold being encouraged in Europe without them actually admitting it. They don't want to admit it. The Freedom of Information Act isn't happening. They don't want to admit it. They might do a revaluation of gold. Let's say you had 100%. I'm just speculating here, and I said the same thing on the Market Sniper channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the Market Sniper channel for all the other technical stuff, and resubscribe because you're being unsubbed. And always hit the always button by the bell. So on that channel, I mentioned that they've tried to get Freedom of Information Act. A lot of gold bugs, a lot of people watching what's going on, because Eastern Europe is buying a lot of gold. And nobody knows why. Historically, they never had much under the communist doctrines. What's now happening is, by getting extra gold, they are getting up to 4% GDP in gold, like some of the other countries. So what's actually happening is all of the European countries, without specifically stating so as policy, are getting up to a minimum of 4% GDP gold. Never mind what China's doing, which is epic and huge. Never mind what India and the BRICS nations, Russia, have been doing, which is epic and huge. So overall, you're sitting in an environment where it's quite possible that if you had 100% GDP of debt, let's say debt to GDP, if they revalue gold 25 times, the legacy that everybody trusts, that nobody wants to talk about as a central banker, they don't want you in it. Bitcoin is there to stop you from being in it and to be in the surveillance wealth, not in that unsurveilled wealth. They don't want you in it. They were Freedom of Information Acts, they're denying it, they're obfuscating, they're not confirming or denying. They are going to do it. They can then have a reset moment and upvalue gold 25 times, and then everyone goes from being hopelessly over indebted to being fully back to their debt, 100% debt. And also, given that they're going to cheat again, they could even go 50x, so that they're well over backed by gold and can subsequently then print and pretend and extend and be inflationary like all central banks and all prison financial systems that work on the inflation as policy system do. So imagine that, a 25 and a 50x by decree after a major reset, Bretton Woods moment Mark II. Do not forget this physical element. It's in our link below. Pure gold for everyone rest of the world. Sorry, only place not is Australia and Nigeria. For our Aussies, sorry about that. Buy from your local dealer. And ITM trading for US. Links below. You must convert some profit. You know, I talked to you about hot pot, orange pot and blue pot. You need blue pot of metals. That is black pot. That is off-grid wealth. Off-grid wealth. And you need to keep it that way. Okay, guys. Nice checking in with you. Let's just have a final read of the comments. Andy says the Metamorphosis course is unreal. Welcome to Oz and keep up the good work. I'm delighted that you've noticed we've taken great care on the recorded stuff. Thank you for coming out and saying so, Andy. You're a gentleman, sir. And your country is a beautiful place and the people are awesome. I love it. And we're very well supported here, and we appreciate the Australian community and all our others in UK, everywhere else from the rest of the world, which are all big and are Americans too. XRP can hit 1323, so we think it can go through 20, but that doesn't mean you hold a leverage trade till then. You hold your investment on an open-ended basis hodl for this fullness of this bull market, because I think that 20 comes before that bull market ends. But you should take leverage trades off if you are trading the HVF that we've discussed. That's it will be part of the move to the upside, and you turn that profit into new XRP hodl that goes into the blue pot and eventually into the deep blue pot, which is the cold wallet, so that you don't have exchange risk. Let's see what else is going on. XLM, I've not got in front of me the charts. I'm sorry, I'm just on a device right now, and I'm on an international SIM, so I'd have to check that for you. You'll do it before I do. Guten Morgen, yes. To the Germans as well, welcome. Red pot means that's the swinging for the bleachers. It's the hot pot where you can use high leverage, but you will blow that account up if you don't have method. It's for advanced traders only, and you should have a stop loss and targets. Without that, you shouldn't even go there. And that's what our program is all about: accelerating your investment wealth in these situations with those rare, occasional asymmetric opportunities for super moves with tight risk. When bull market ends, we think anywhere from August, September through October of this year, now 2025, but you possibly might get an extension into the following year. I saw BitMEX, by the way, we could be wrong, say March, it ends March this year. Arthur Hayes. I don't agree with him, but there are other opinions, and he might be better informed than me. I don't know. He's invested in sex dolls, by the way, so that's not a bad idea. So maybe he's smart. I don't know. You must check it out. Corporations that will sell you a girl who's always ready and never has a headache. Sounds like heaven. I don't know. I prefer organic on that one. What else have I got to tell you? What if the 4-year cycle is gone? The 4-year cycle is going to dissipate, but it's not going to, out of the blue, lightning strike end. It's going to fold away and be less and less significant each time. Message is held for review. Someone is swearing at me. Dixie dolls, yes. Legend, brother. Okay, thank you, guys. Organic is good. Yes, organic, real flesh and blood woman. Sounds good to me. Okay, guys, thank you for checking in. Give us a like and hit us up. Go subscribe on the Market Sniper YouTube channel as well. We're going to do a lot of updates on the currency. Aussie currency is in trouble against the dollar, by the way. and also go and hit the links below for pure gold and the both for US and international. And also don't forget, book a call, get started. You've got to max this 2025 out. You've got to build wealth. You've got to start feeling there's no more anxiety about looking after your future needs for the rest of your life. It's now a question of how much you're building for your children. You need to get into that zone. If you're not feeling it yet, it's the best investment you'll make, in our opinion. It's not normal times. I will come back to you on the New Zealand, by the way. Okay, guys, thanks for checking in. Catch you later. Bye for now.